Hello, Miss Jackson. What brings you in today? Is it okay if I call you Miss Jackson?
I prefer Renee.
Okay, Renee. What can I do for you? Everything we speak on today is confidential, so feel free to express yourself.
I really don't know why I'm here. I just feel like I'm losing myself, and I don't know what to do.
I understand. Life can seem very overwhelming at times. Please tell me more about what's happening right now that brought you in today.
Well, since my husband passed a few months ago, it's been extremely hard finding a balance. He was a primary provider, and now that he's gone, I've had to do it all alone.
I understand. That sounds very hard. What's the main thing that's been difficult?
Well, I've had to get back into the workforce for starters, since I hadn't been to work in such a long time. All the jobs that I applied for and the ones that I accepted is only willing to pay me minimum wage.
I know that's very challenging because you have a family to provide for.
Yes, and I could barely afford a babysitter to help me with the kids while I go to work.
I know that's a huge concern, is your children's well-being is very important to you.
Yes, it's my first priority, which is why the household chores often go neglected. I'm so overwhelmed with work and the kids, I can barely find time for the chores.
Have you ever thought about getting help with the household duties?
Of course, I thought about it, but my children are too small, and I just they just get in the way, and I can't afford to hire a professional. Thankfully, the babysitter helps with the little things that she can while she's caring for the kids, but it's only so much that she can do.
Well, I see you care for your kids very much, and a well-kept household is important to you. But due to the demands from work and taking care of the children, the household chores often go neglected. You seem to be doing the best you can to give your attention to everything in your life, but it just seems like a lot to bear. When I was going to school, I experienced a very similar situation. It was hard and things got off track at times, but I was able to get it all done finally without strangling myself. So it's just a bit much at times, I know.
Yes, and I'm so exhausted, and when I get home, they're so lively. I know they don't mean to annoy me, but I just don't have the energy and the patience to deal with the things that they do.
What type of things are they doing?
They like to taunt and tease each other. And sometimes they do things like throw things over my head, run back and forth, tapping on me. It's minor, but it's annoying after a long day of working. The only time they don't aggravate me is when I take them out to the laundromat or to the store. They behave better then.
So maybe they just want to get out and get fresh air sometimes.
Yes, maybe that's it. But they act up so at night, I almost hit one of them. They are so noisy and refuse to lay down to bed, which makes it hard because I have to work so early.
How did that make you feel? I mean, what would have been different if you'd hit them?
Probably nothing on their end. They would cry, but go back to being active. I know it's not their fault, they're just kids. It would hurt me more than them because I love them so much.
I could tell you love your kids and would never want to hurt them.
I would never forgive myself.
So it sounds like what you want is more peace at home. Is that correct?
Yes, that would allow me to get more done because I'm less frustrated and tired.
You said they're less trouble to you when they go out. Have you considered maybe taking them to a park when you get home? Do they have any treats they like?
I haven't considered that. They like candy, but I rarely give it to them because they're already so wound up. It would be a good way for them to burn some energy, and I can get a breath of fresh air and enjoy the scenery. When they behave, I think a small piece of candy would be a good reward. They love that, and it's something to look forward to. I think that's worth a try.
It seems like you've identified a great starting place. Let's try that, and I want you to observe, and we'll talk about the difference that is made at our next session.
Okay, sounds good.
I can tell you love your children and are willing to do what it takes to be at your full potential for caring for them. You've taken the first step towards your goal, which is often the most difficult. You should give yourself a pat on the back.
I appreciate your help. I hope I have some positive feedback for you on our next session. Thank you greatly.
Welcome.